Hi fellow vintage lovers. In today's video, I am going to do a voiceover of an old haul video where my friend Haley and I had been shopping. I'm going to let you know what has sold from this video and what is still available. On this day, we found some rummage sales and 4 or 5 antique malls and flea markets, so we just made a day of it like we always do. And in this video, I'm just showing what I brought home from that day. So we will start off strong with this really pretty lamp. I actually found 2 shades while I was with Haley. I had the lamp prior, but I'm including it in this haul since it was finally the finished lamp. I included it with both shades, and the lamp sold for $39.99. It sold within 9 days, and I paid $2.75. Next up, I found this really cute Indiana glass fairy lamp, still in its original box. It is still available, and I paid $3. What drew me to it is on the box, it looks real aqua, but when I open it up, it's more of a frosty blue. Still cute, so obviously I brought it home with me. It was really rare to find that in its original box, and of course, I'm from Indiana, so it was neat to see. I've had this same lamp in pink frosted glass before, and it sold without the box, so I could not pass up the blue one. You know me, you know I always pick up a Betty Crocker recipe index. This one had all the cards and the little index in the front. It's still available. I did pay up and paid $8 for that. Next up, Haley and I both found a set of new old stock vintage like baby furniture decals. Her set, I can't remember exactly what her set looked like. It had cats, I know, and she loved that. So I took this one because I liked the circus animals on there, the lion and the seals especially. So this is like a circus train, and they just, I'm sure you've seen, you know, baby crib, baby high chair, wooden ones with those cute little blue little lambs or pink little lambs or whatever stuck on those. That was a big deal back in the day to put those little decals on things. So these were still new in the original packaging, still available. I paid $2, and again, she got a similar set, but hers had cats. I just thought they were super cute, and it was cool. They were still sticky. Mine had a rip in the plastic, so I could test that the decal was still sticky, and it was. This Rings and Things dish sold for $24.79. It sold within 7 months, and I paid $2. This little bride and groom I got to put in my own little collector shadow box of little trinket girls, and her little tiara stops her from fitting in my little spaces in my shadow box. So I had to list them. The little bride and groom sold for $28.78 within 2 months, and I paid $2. Next up, this set of pastel coasters I thought were so cool. They're metal and almost like enamel covered. I'm not sure, they don't have a maker's mark or anything, but the set sold for $30.27 within 3 months, and I paid $3. I always pick up wooden ornaments, and especially Easter ones. They always sell for me. This set, new in the box, sold for $32.23 within 2 months, and I paid $4. I especially loved those little birds. I point to them here in just a minute, but the ones with their mouths open, I just love like a baby bird with its mouth open. I just think that's so stinking cute. They just are so detailed sometimes, these little wooden ornaments. This yellow Tupperware sold for $32.05 within 5 months, and I paid $4. This little smaller silverware tray, I usually pick up silverware trays, but they're normally much bigger than this, so this would fit into a skinnier drawer. It is still available for $4, and it is hard plastic instead of like the moldy kind that you can kind of like, you know, bend with your hands. These little angels are still available. I paid $2. Got a couple of trivets this day. This poinsettia one is still available. I paid $2. And I thought this one was kind of groovy. It's marked cherry, made in Japan, has that groovy color scheme. It's still available. I paid $1. This little basket planter I thought would be really cute at Easter time or spring in general. It's not marked or anything. It is still available, and I paid $4. You don't find vintage Halloween very often, so when I find it, I nab it. This set is 90s. It includes some original 90s Kmart treat bags, and then a metal candy dish, or a candy tray, I guess. A lot of times, I'll show you the tray here in just a second, a lot of times you find these trays and they're plastic and broken, or, you know, they just don't last, but this one is actually metal. And I believe it was marked 80s or 90s. So I put that as a set together. It's still available. I paid $4. this cute little shelf slash hook thing that goes in your kitchen. You can hang hooks, or gosh, you can't hang hooks. You can hang towels or keys or whatever. It was all in perfect shape. All those hooks still intact. The little coffee grinder, the little spout on the teapot, all still intact, which was amazing. The colors of that are amazing. It is still available. I did pay $4. I just thought it was so cute. It has such a vibe. Next up, this little yellow storage bin. I love the little swirly Q on the top there in the gold. I think it might have used to have a handle, but it doesn't anymore, but it's still a really cute little storage box. I picked that up for $5 and it is still available. I like the little basket weave texture on top, even though it's plastic. This Chromex cake plate in the aqua color is sold. It's sold for $58.94. It sold within 5 months, and I did pay $11 for the set. The top of the cake tin, the plastic part was cracked but repaired, and they did a really good job because I couldn't even tell at first. When I was inspecting it, I came across it. It's really rare to find the colored ones. I've seen black, obviously, a lot, but the pink, the yellow, the aqua, more rare than the black top. So super cute, and again, it did sell for $58.97. So the next couple of things were project pieces and keepers for me, and there is one more sold, but it's at the end. I picked up a really cute wooden kind of cottagecore mail sorter, but it was in really rough shape, so I had to paint the mail sorter to kind of make it worthwhile. I don't know if I decided after I painted it that I didn't like it or what, but I think it's really cute when I'm looking back at it now. But either way, it's not listed, so I'm a slacker, apparently. But I tried to pick a color real similar to the background of that little ceramic piece and paint the boxes white because the wood was just in terrible shape. But all the little hooks are still there. I just thought it would be a really cute cottagecore style piece. Thought it was cool that the sticker was still there. So I do need to go ahead and get that photographed and listed because it is cute. I guess I was being a slacker and didn't list it. So on this day also, we went to an antique mall, and on one of our like mid-century modern style groups that we're in on Facebook, I saw this set listed at the antique mall that I know we always go to when we shop, and I thought there's no way it's still going to be there because it had been almost a week since I'd seen the post, and their price was stellar. It had a headboard, a footboard, a mirror for the long dresser, and 2 nightstands, and then these 2 dressers in the picture that I saw on Facebook, and the price was incredible. So we get there, we get to see it up close and personal, and I realized that the nightstands and the headboard and footboard were not a part of this actual set. They did not match the blonde. So I asked the mall owner if they could call the booth owner and ask if they would consider separating the set, since they weren't really a set anyway. And the booth owner said yes, and lowered it to less than half the price, which was crazy because I only left behind a headboard, footboard, and 2 nightstands, which they were matching, so she could still sell the headboard, footboard, and 2 nightstands as a matching set. And I took this matching set that did not match the other set. I think I paid $60 for this set, which is incredible. It's in wonderful shape aside from that fading on the top of the long dresser. I do open the drawers here in just a minute for you. And I'm going to talk about this for days because I just love blonde furniture. It's like the best thing ever. I put this set in my son's room. I have now outfitted his bedroom in full blonde furniture. He's got a headboard and now the matching dresser and long boy, tall boy, whatever you call them. The handles on this were just amazing, the shape of those. And then I loved the little knobs. They were kind of pointy in the center. And then the top drawer of the tall boy had its own dividers. The set is made by Kroller. It's dovetailed. It's just perfection. I was so grateful to that booth owner for splitting up the set. And again, like I said, it wasn't a set, but I was grateful for her to splitting up what she had as a set. And so I was super excited to have it. Haley and I loaded it up in the car and unloaded it wonderfully, and it needed nothing done to it. It's near perfect. It was so clean, so fresh. There's no chips, no cracks, no nothing. It's just sheer mid-century perfection. And I think I get down on my hands and knees in the garage and show you the legs here too, because of course we all love a metal tipped leg. So that is a big win for me, and I am super excited to have that set. And finally, I had to bring you to my messy kitchen to show you the last thing that I bought with Haley. It's a Lazy Susan made by Rubbermaid. It sold for $47.60 within 9 months, and I paid $5 for it. But in this video, I'm telling you the story because when I bought it, it had like a bubbled up, looked like a film, like a plastic film over the top of the design. And I thought, I'm going to buy this on a whim, $5, and see if I can get that film to peel up. I was hoping that the design underneath was painted on rather than a decal, because I knew that if I peeled that film up, if it was a decal, the decal was coming up too. Well, lucky me. The decal underneath was not a decal, actually. It was painted on, so the film peeled up. But when it peeled up, there was a stank that permeated our entire house. I don't know what kind of place that this tray was involved in, but it smelled so bad when that film got peeled up. So I soaked and I Goo Goned and I scrubbed and I Dawn dish soaped and I vinegared. I did everything to this tray to try to get the sticky residue off and the stinky smell off. And finally, after a labor of love, all the sticky and all the stinky came off, and it was so stinking cute. So funny, pun intended, I guess. Stinky, it's stinking cute. But again, it did sell for $47.60. I paid $5 and probably spent 5 hours trying to bring it back to life and not be stinky. But isn't that so cute with the handles? And then it's got a spinner on the bottom, so you could sit it in the center of your table and turn it, or you could put it, in your pantry or in your refrigerator and spin it around to be able to access all the things. And that design is so groovy and bright. So that was a win for me. So all in all, my cost of goods with Haley that day was $133.75. The gross profit was $294.68. After Etsy fees, the profit was $259.32. And after the cost of goods was taken out, the net profit after everything was $125.57. So I profited, plus I got a fun new furniture set to keep. So all in all, I think that was a really good day. Let me know what you think about my sold versus unsold, and what do you think about my new furniture set? Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.